Hey y'all, it's me again, Micheline Queen, here with another segment of Dopology 101, where we celebrate and shine the light on people living artistically and creating out of our local area of Montgomery County and the DMV area. Today I'm here with the big homie, Magnus Andretti, producer, beat maker.
Yo, what's going on? Magnus Andretti, young Magneto. Straight out of Gaithersburg, Maryland. Yeah, man, just slapping beats, cutting samples all day, man. Just smoking weed, chilling with my puppy. That's my day.
Chill. Welcome. We're so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
So, are you from Gaithersburg?
No, initially born and raised in Silver Spring. Moved to Gaithersburg moved to Montgomery Village around elementary school. And then towards the end of elementary school, moved to Gaithersburg. So, I mean, I've still been generally in this area, but yeah, born out of Silver Spring, man. Yeah,
Okay,
White Oak specifically.
Cool. Welcome. Yeah, so you're a producer, you're a beat maker, how long?
Well, actually taking it serious, I'd probably say about 7 years now.
Word.
You know, trying to put some type of money into it. I mean, I dabbled back and forth growing up, you know. I had a lot of older cousins and uncles that were DJs and beat makers too, so
True.
It's always been something that's been around me, you know. So I kind of just was yo, I play basketball and I draw, so I'm not really on that. But funny how I kind of came right back to it. So yeah, man.
Word. What really drew you to it? What was your spark?
All right. So it was me and one of my homies. I think I was around 19 or 20. Yeah, I think 19. And me and this cat were just getting super drunk on a daily basis. It was so bad. And you know, when we get drunk, we would just start rapping. And
Sure.
he was yo, you're pretty nice with it, bro. You should try this out. I was all right. But I knew I didn't have money to get beats from anybody. So I was you know what? I used to make beats. Maybe I should just get back into this and try it out and see what's good. And then just over the time of me doing it, I was just all right, I'd rather just focus strictly on beats.
True.
You know what I mean? I was yeah, F all that rapping shit. Save that for those other cats. I'd rather stay behind the boards. Yeah, man.
What is your musical inspiration, or who is your musical inspiration?
It varies. A lot of people and certain things that I got influenced by, or just that I got exposed to at one point in my life. Around 17, 18, I had really gotten into breakdancing and shit like that in high school. So my friend had his dad, and his dad was old school 40-something dude from the Bronx, New York. So he was there at the birth of all of this. So when we had questions about it or what we were trying to do, he would always just put us on so much game, and we'd go to his house every day after school, just practicing breakdancing in the garage. And then his dad was also a DJ. Sure. So we go upstairs and he'd just be putting us on to just all types of music and just introducing us to all types of artists and stuff like that. So yeah, I had already grown up around a lot of music because of my dad, but that's when I really started exploring music. Yeah.
Where would you categorize your sound?
I say for for a mainstream title, I'd call it lo-fi. I'd rather just prefer to just good hip hop.
True.
You know, so yeah, just good hip hop music, sample bass, chops straight from records, MPCs, all that good stuff, straight machines and stuff. You know, I use DAWs as well, but I integrate everything, man. So yeah, just straight up hip hop.
So do you show a lot locally, or do you travel?
I do a lot locally. I was going to do a few traveling, but you know, because of the Corona situation, that dampened everybody's moves, so that kind of killed it. But I mean, luckily, I've been able to still be able to do little online performances and do little local sets and stuff like that. You know, before the pandemic, I was doing a lot more just good named local shows. I had one where I was doing with this group called Sesh Collective, another group called the Boxhead Collective, the Uptown Cypher at you know, there was just so many venues and stuff like that I was doing at the time. Kev Brown and the Soto open nights that they were doing and stuff like that. I was getting ready to prepare to do that. I had did a really big not like show, but just like I just was able to play beats the entire day. So it was kind of like just like a set at this coffee shop that really got me a lot of good looks locally. So yeah.
Would you say, well, are you your own manager or?
Yeah, it's just I just had people reach out to me. I haven't felt a need yet where I would need a management or felt like it would benefit me. Not saying like I'm opposed to it. Like if the business was right, and honestly, I do see true residual returns, and I would entertain it, and I'd probably go for it because it is part of business. It is something that I'm going to need. But for now, just handle business personally myself.
Sure, sure. Who are you listening to?
Ooh. As of right now, I'm listening to a lot of Navy Blue. Yeah, shout out to Sage. Navy Blue, Match Hami, Freddie Gibbs, of course. I listen to a lot of Alchemists. I've been listening to Maxo. I don't know if you ever heard of Mavi as well. Mavi's super, super dope. Earl Sweatshirt. Live E, otherly known as O-Sun. She's incredible. Her last project is called Forever 21. I think it's like Love for Forever 21. Just like classic, big Erica vibes. But
True.
That's who's on my playlist right now.
Cool, cool. Where do you see yourself going with your career in music?
I want to be able to. I feel like I want to be able to create a lane where this style of music is still good. I want to be able to bring attention to my area, not like be on some unification, but I want to be able to, because I've traveled to LA and I've been to a couple other places, and I always see artists always leaving their hometowns or leaving their areas to go to these major platform areas. And you have to go because it will help. But I've always felt like DC on the or at least on the East Coast area is just as influential and can be one of those stops too. So it's like, okay, let's see if we can get these cats to come out here and do stuff, you know what I mean? So if I can build something out here that would make more bigger name artists and give them a reason to want to come to this area, then, you know what I mean? Because then that could shed light on so many other things. So, yeah.
What would you tell a younger Magnus Andretti?
Oh, God. All right. What would I tell a younger Magnus Andretti? I would say, don't be afraid to show your artistry. You know what I mean? And just know that like you're dope, but you still got a lot to do.
Right.
Yeah, man. And start making beats earlier.
Right.
If I had started this in like middle school, the game would have been so different. But yeah, man.
Have you dabbled in any other type of music? Like, do you play any instruments?
Yeah. Actually, my first introduction to music, I used to play saxophone.
Okay.
In my elementary and middle school band. So that was like my real first introduction to music. I remember, I till this day, I still have that sax too. And, over since the Corona hit, like I've been in the house, so I've been trying to, get back into my instrumentation, which honestly is like the most purest form of music. Even if you do sample bass, like you should still try to learn some type of instrument, whether it's like you're super advanced or you just want to be able to lay like a basic chord progression of this instrument. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was really big on saxophone. My sister played sax. And, I was just like, okay, well, she did it, so I'm going to do it too. So, yeah.
Cool. What are you doing when you're not making music?
Smoking, listening to music, honestly, just collecting music, trying to find just different artists from just different genres. I have a puppy now, so like I just usually take her out for walks and stuff like that. But other than that, it's really just like digging online and just listening for more substance that I can use to create. Whether it might be an interview that I'm watching, whether it might be a movie that I'm watching, or certain albums that I'm listening to. Like, there was one time where, for like about a whole week, I was just watching nothing but Stokely Carmichael interviews. Just to see like, okay, like maybe this can inspire something in some music. Maybe I can chop something from this, or, even if I'm not actually making anything out of it, I'm always just digging for samples and just trying to find as much stuff as possible.
Like, what would be 3 words to describe yourself?
3 words. Chill will be 1. Probably say, a vibe, because I get called that a lot for some reason, but I feel like that's just my personality in general. And the last one, I'd say just honest. Because like no matter what, dog, it's just like with anything I've done in music, it's just like I've still remained me. I have certain people in my life that won't let me act a certain way. So like it really keeps me like super humble, and I love it.
Right.
Because it's like I'll come off the set and I'll be like, yeah, bro, I just had all these people do this. And my OG will literally be like, okay, you still ain't do shit yet. You need to still do this, that, and the 4th. So don't get content. So yeah, man, just being honest with yourself, or just being honest.
Right.
Yeah.
Where can listeners find you?
You can find me on all streaming platforms. I'm on iTunes, Apple Music. I have my SoundCloud link in my bio. I'm going to be dropping more singles on iTunes as well. Dropping a couple beats on Bandcamp this Friday as well. So definitely be on the looks for that. That link will also be in the bio as well. And, any direct messages, just go ahead and hit me up on Instagram. And that's the best way to contact me, honestly.
Word. So that's all we have for you today. Thanks for tuning in. Officially.dope, Instagram, and this is Michelin Queen out. Peace.
Don't make sense going to heaven with the goody.
Peace.